Welcome back to Tabletop Paper Company's Friday Finance. We are yet again counting down our top 5 cards that have risen in price this week. Last week's video was not only our first video to hit 1,000 views, but it was our first video to hit 2,000 views. So I want to thank you guys so much for the engagement, especially the people who commented and liked the post. It really helps us grow. And a very special welcome to all of our new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I wouldn't make the content without you. Starting us off at number 5 is Astrid Peth. Astrid has been going up in price for the past couple weeks because she has really good synergy with Edge of Eternities' new Lobster Commander, Ragos Deaf Gastronaut. From what I've seen, the Magic community has absolutely loved this card. It's a bit of a goofy card. You could definitely build it as a meme deck, but it is quite an easy deck to build around. You just want to flood the board with cheap artifacts. Ragos has the unique ability that it turns all of your artifacts into foods, and then you can either sacrifice them for their normal food ability, or you can sacrifice a food to deal 3 damage to each opponent. Astrid works perfectly with this because whenever you sacrifice a clue or food, Astrid Peth explores. This is a really good ability because you're going to be sacrificing foods the whole game. You can either put lands directly onto the battlefield to ramp you up, or you can surveil through your deck while putting +1/+1 counters on her. Either way, you get tons of payoff. Coming in at number 4 this week is Norn's Annex. Norn's Annex has been rising in price because it works really well with Y'shtola Knight's Blast. If you're playing with Y'shtola as your commander, you can benefit from a game where there's almost no combat at all. Her first ability lets you, at the beginning of each end step, draw a card if a player has lost 4 or more life this turn. And her second ability is whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, she deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. So you can ping your opponents the entire game, keep drawing cards, and win without the need for combat damage. Coming in at number 3 is Honor the Fallen. This card is an incredible pairing with Hope Estime, the new life gain mill commander from Final Fantasy. These cards have incredible synergy because when Hope is milling your opponents, they're going to fill their graveyards with creatures. Then with Honor the Fallen, you remove all of the creatures from graveyards, gain, say, 70 life if there are 70 creatures total among everyone playing, and then everyone's going to have to mill for 70 at the end of the turn. It's almost a win condition. The number 2 card this week takes us back to the seafood buffet. It's Legion Extruder. Legion Extruder is another card that pairs with Ragos Deaf Gastronaut. At first glance, these cards may look a little bit like a non-bow because they're both sacrificing artifacts. The thing is, Legion Extruder lets you create another artifact, which then can be sacrificed to Ragos. And you're not always going to have Ragos on the battlefield to sacrifice to. This lets you take double triggers off cards like Weapons Manufacturing or Blood Aspirant, so when you're sacking a lot of cards, you can get a lot more payoffs. If you found this update helpful, you'll probably find future ones helpful as well, so please consider subscribing, and any engagement with the post like a like or a comment really helps us grow. We recently saw some significant cards banned from Standard, and this begged the question, what was going to replace the Standard meta? The answer has pretty much been Dimir Midrange. Dimir Midrange is sitting at just under 20%, followed closely by Is It Cauldron at 15%. But Dimir Midrange has made the card Shoot the Sheriff a really valuable card. It reminds me a lot of Walk the Plank, and whenever you're consistently not facing the creatures specified in the cards, it's a really solid removal spell. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, check out our TCG Player Store, and follow our Whatnot account for giveaways in the near future.